Vishivada Paramahamsa Privrajagachaja Stotra Satta Sri Simar, His Divine Grace Shilabhai Charanarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swamy Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Samabhata Bhakti Harinam Sankirtan Prantaras Bhagavatam Johnny Tagore, all glories to be assembled devotees, all glories to be assembled devotees, all glories to be assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru, to Sri Gauranga, all glories to Sri Prabhupada. But just take with some sunlight in the background. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Tatsirudhyana Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Sajivam Sadam Sadhutam Parijanam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahadana Lalita Sri Visakha Vitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Deshabhanu Sute Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiraye. Before reciting this Srimad Bhagavatam, which is our very means of conquest, let us first offer our respectful obeisances unto Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unto Narayana Rishi, the Supremest Human Being, unto Mother Saraswati, the Goddess of Learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Tamashloka Keshaki Bhagavatam, and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome within the heart becomes destroyed practically to nil, and loving devotional service unto the Supreme Lord, who is praised with transcendental song, becomes established as an irrevocable fact. Idam Bhagavatam Nama Puranam Brahma Samitam Uttama Shloka Charitam Chakara Bhagavan Rishi Nishreyasaya Lokasya Dhanyam Swastaya Namaha. This is the literary incarnation of God. It is compiled of God as Srila Vyasadeva. It is meant for the ultimate good of all people. It is all successful, all blissful, and all perfect. Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Sri Krishna Chaitanya,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Prabhu Nityananda,
Sri Advaita Gadadhar,
Sri Advaita Gadadhar,
Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda,
Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
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 Om Sarabhyaya Namaha,
Om Surabhyaya Namaha,
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha,
Om Surabhyaya Namaha,
Om Sarabhyaya Namaha,
Om Surabhyaya Namaha.
Mukam karoti vasalam pangum langayate girim Yat kripat maham bande Sri Gurum Vinataram Yat kripat maham bande Sri Gurum Vinataram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Welcome, especially the brave souls coming all the way from SSKBK in the middle of the storm, through the mud and the rain, the winds, very eager to hear Bhagavatam class. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto number 1, chapter 1, entitled Questions by the Sages. And I will read the text once again. Today we are finishing this verse, second verse. Dharma projito kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam Vedyam vastavam matra vastu shivadam tapa trayon mulanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Parayarishwaram Sadyo Rija Varujyate Tra Kritibis Shushrushuvis Takshanat. Translation. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavad Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. For the welfare of all, such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within the heart. He probably has earphones, no?
No, okay.
Okay. Anyways, he should have.
Close that.
He understood. So this is the end of the purport here by Srila Prabhupada. Over and above this, Srimad Bhagavatam is a personal commentation on the Vedanta Sutra by Sri Vyasadeva. It was written in the maturity of his spiritual life through the mercy of Narada. Sri Vyasadeva is the of Narayana. the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, there is no question as to his authority. He is the author of all other Vedic literatures. Yet he recommends the study of Srimad Bhagavatam above all others. In other Puranas, in the last, two more short paragraphs. The proper method for receiving this transcendental message is to hear it submissively. A challenging attitude cannot help quality of submissiveness, not challenging. Means understanding our position of dependence, our position of being very small and minute. So this is this word is further elaborated upon here by Srila Prabhupada. Shushrushu. One must be anxious to hear this transcendental message. The desire to sincerely hear is the first qualification. So there has to be a quality to our wanting to hear from this Srimad Bhagavatam. That quality should be, as mentioned here, we should have a strong desire to understand, strong desire to hear, an eagerness to hear, and we should be in the proper mood or mentality. Which is the same instruction that Krishna gives actually in the Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? Tad vidi pranipatena pari prashnena sevaya. Pranipat means actually to be humble, submissive. That was a lightning? Okay. The rain is supposed to be over. Therefore, one who has these two qualities of being eager, normally after lightning comes thunder. So these two things are very essential, an eagerness to hear and a mentality of submissiveness. Then everything will be falling into place. Less fortunate persons are not at all interested in hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam. That is their misfortune. The process all of our major acharyas have spoken on the Bhagavatam, have commented on the Bhagavatam, and the Bhagavatam is the eternal process, because it brings us to that highest and most direct level of transcendence. It brings us to Krishna. So this is nicely being explained here, both in the text and also by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. Yes. Any thoughts on this? It depends what he's watching on his cell phone.
Yes.
It depends the consciousness in which he's doing it. One time when a reporter was asking Prabhupada, I see that your philosophy is stressing detachment, you know. But I see that your followers are giving you all kinds of nice facility, and that you are, you know, flying in airplanes
Yes.
all over the world, you know. And same kind of question, you know. Yeah, Swamiji, you're talking about detachment and renunciation, tyaga, you know. Are you really a tyagi? Because you're... Then Prabhupada said, and also they were telling, and people are worshipping you, you know, with so much awe and reverence. Prabhupada's reply at that time was that actually disciples are meant to deal with the guru or spiritual master as if they would be interacting with God himself. So to offer God a tin machine, you know, offering me a golden car. But they're very poor. Just offering me a Rolls Royce. So everything actually depends on the consciousness that we perform our activities. So because the modern day world has been arranged in such a way that, you know, vast majority of people have all kinds of facilities, we can also, and as a matter of fact, our Goswamis of Vrindavan also recommend that we should use whatever is available for spreading Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada will give the example of his own Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as we know, you know, riding into Vrindavan also in a big car. And being dressed in Radhakund and all the Goswamis, and what is this? You know? What kind of sannyasi? So, Prabhupada actually had all kinds of facilities, but he was using fully, completely, 100% everything in Krishna's service. So people who don't understand, they will criticize in so many different ways. Prabhupada would say, hey, you can also have this, just join. You join our temple, you'll have also a nice house to stay and nice prasadam and everything like that. But as soon as we become attached, or as soon as we become dependent, then that is not good. Yeah. That's why the Vedic culture stresses this simplicity of life, so that we don't lose our focus. Our focus is simply on how to progress and advance in Krishna consciousness and how to help others, how to give an opportunity to as many people as possible to also come in contact with the Srimad Bhagavatam, isn't it? Just like this month, for the book marathon month, they have taken a sankalpa. And they have a very nice motto: live to give. You know, the devotee who is organizing this globally, Vaisheshika Prabhu, came out with this slogan: live to give. That's what Krishna consciousness is about. You know, live to give. So they have a quota to distribute Do you know how many books? To distribute 2 million Bhagavad Gitas.
Haribol.
Only. 2 million. Because this is, Gita Jayanti is coming up this month. They'll have a special program. And in this way, the whole world is meant to be getting this opportunity. And that is how the whole world can actually become transformed into Vaikuntha. By distributing prasadam, by distributing the holy name. And for many people, that all begins actually by reading a book, by coming in contact with the transcendental literature. People are directly coming in contact with the spiritual world because these books are opening the doors to the spiritual world, isn't it? We read any section of the Bhagavatam, it's all directing us or connecting us with the Vaikuntha, the world of Vaikuntha, and specifically the world of Goloka, that special place in Vaikuntha. I mean, Vaikuntha is good to begin with, but even within Vaikuntha, there is that special place of Goloka, Vrindavan. Any other comment? A few minutes we have.
Maharaj, one question.
Yes. Since someone else has help.
You study tell that the transcendental rascals.
Transcendental rascal, yes.
You said
I just repeated what I heard.
everything is inverted form of spiritual world in this.
So the question is,
If they exist, you said transcendental rascal, then does they exist in
in the spiritual world?
the spiritual world?
No, in spiritual. So they are transcendental because they're born in a transcendental place. But they've taken up a few rascal kind of bad habits that can be changed by coming in contact with the pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada and by taking one book like that. So they are transcendental rascal in that they are so fortunate to have been born in these very souls are all here in the material world.